You hold it every day. You chase it, save it, spend it, fight over it. But have you ever asked, where does it come from? Imagine this. Behind layers of reinforced steel doors in a high-security building tucked away in Ruaraka, Nairobi, there's a place so secretive, so restricted, that even most government officials never step foot inside. Inside, a small team of technicians, engineers, and security personnel work under constant surveillance, and in the center of it all, a machine hisses as it fires up, feeding in blank sheets and spitting out what looks like pure magic. Kenyan shillings, real money, billions worth, rolling off the press. But how exactly do these notes come to life? And what dark politics control who gets to print them? To understand the story behind Kenya's currency, we have to start with what makes it different in the first place. If you think Kenyan banknotes are just fancy paper with some ink on them, you're wrong. Very wrong. Each note starts with a highly engineered material known as polymer substrate, a plastic-like film that's extremely durable, waterproof, and built to last years in your pocket. This material is imported. Why? Because it's practically impossible to recreate locally without millions of dollars in tech and time. Now, before any ink touches the surface, the substrate is embedded with invisible security features, color-shifting elements, clear windows, and magnetic signatures. If someone tried to scan or copy it at this stage, it would be obvious, useless, and easily detectable. But the science doesn't stop there. Special UV threads are woven in. Tactile features are molded for the visually impaired. Microprinting that can only be read under a microscope is added. All of this before the first shilling symbol is even printed. And to see how these invisible layers become visible cash, we have to step deeper into the facility. Hold a 1,000 shilling note against the light. You'll see a watermark of a lion's head. Look closely, and there's a security thread running from top to bottom, woven, not printed. Flip the note, and under UV light, parts of it glow like neon. But it doesn't end there. Each denomination has distinct features. The 100 note includes a building watermark and a latent image that reveals CBK. The 500 note has optically variable ink. Colors change when tilted. The 200 note contains microtext invisible to the naked eye. These aren't accidents. They're designed to fool counterfeiters and even the most advanced scanners. In fact, every year, fake notes try to enter circulation. And every year, most of them fail, thanks to these microscopic details. But this intense obsession with security has also led to something more controversial: power. Who gets to control this billion-shilling printing operation? For over 25 years, De La Rue, the British security printing firm, had a near monopoly on Kenya's currency production. They ran the Ruaraka facility and even printed for other countries like Uganda and Zambia. But in recent years, the Kenyan government started pulling away. In 2022, Treasury officials quietly snubbed De La Rue for a new currency printing contract, choosing instead to source printing from abroad. No press release, no press conference, just silence. Insiders say it was a cost issue. Others hint at politics. What we do know is that Kenya's money printing future is now split between domestic production and international outsourcing, raising serious questions about sovereignty, jobs, and who really controls our financial system. And that's just the tip of it. Because once the money is printed, there's still one final process before it reaches your hands. Before any Kenyan shilling reaches your hands, it must pass through one last filter: the Central Bank of Kenya. Every box of printed notes is sealed and held until CBK gives the green light. They inspect, verify, and ensure each note aligns with national policy. Only then is it released to commercial banks, then ATMs, shops, and finally, your wallet. But here's the twist: the entire process is shrouded in secrecy. No public reports, no clear figures, no confirmation of who's really behind the presses. Which leads to one big question: who really owns the money in your pocket? It's more than paper and ink. It's a controlled system, powered by machines, politics, and hidden hands. So next time you touch that 500 shilling note, ask yourself, how did it get there? If you found this journey inside Kenya's money factory mind-blowing, hit that like button, subscribe, and comment. Should we go fully digital?